Hey everybody, how are you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Just watching some TV here. And yesterday was good. We had a good day yesterday. My blinds are fixed. My blinds are fixed. Look at that. Straight as an arrow. Look at that. Straight, going straight across. Awesome. They are upright. They are upright. I had to put all my Funko Pops. Well, not my Funko Pops, but my husband's Funko Pops. I put all my husband's Funko Pops back. This is his collection of all his musicians. Figured I'd get that. He's got the newest one here, which is the Jimi Hendrix. He collects his Jimi Hendrix, and this is the newest one that he got the other day. He got it right from Funko. I don't know if you could see it, but I'll give you the side shot of him. So he's got a few. He's got the ones from Woodstock and the Jimi Hendrix Live at Maui. You know, we're just musicians here. Just a musician. Yeah, but I was gratefully happy for this. Here's how the story went. And let me swing his around. I don't need to swing his around that much, but let me swing his around. Gather around. Let me tell you a little story. How it happened was the company Blinds to Go is, let me see if I can put this down here. Will this work? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Did what I had to do yesterday. Changed my bedding, cleaned, washed everything. Okay, fine. The Blinds to Go guy was here. And he first called me. I didn't answer the phone because I didn't know the name. It didn't say Blinds to Go. When somebody calls me and I don't know the name, go to voicemail because I don't talk to you unless I know who you are. I do not answer my phone for no one. So then I got a text message. So he says, this is so-and-so from Blinds to Go. I says, oh, okay. Then I called him back and I says, I'm sorry. I don't answer phone calls. All right, fine. There was a big mix-up yesterday because the fact of the gentleman that I had spoke to originally on the phone, how we made this setup to have the guy come. I'm supposed to have a lifetime guarantee. Okay. Lifetime guarantee. It was explained to me now. I said, yeah, but you know what? The man didn't explain it to me to begin with. Okay, 2 days ago, I called, made the appointment. How the guy explained it on the phone was, ooh, excuse me. How the guy explained it on the phone was, when I send the person here, if the blinds can be repaired there, it's free. If for ever reason that the blinds, maybe the track is broken, it would have to go back to the factory. The guy will have to take it down and remove it, bring it back to the factory. That's going to cost $65. Okay. Okay. This is how we left that conversation. I repeated it back to the gentleman on the phone. He agreed. Okay, fine. My husband was here that day. Here comes the guy yesterday. Okay, fine. What that needed was to just be reinforced 2 screws. He actually reinforced the other side as well. He actually did that as well. Okay, fine. 2 screws. That's all it took. The guy says, you know, this is a call of $65. I says, wait a minute. Back up. Back up. Back it up. I said, that's not what was told to me on the phone. This is not how it was explained on the phone. And I repeated what the other man on the phone had said. He says, well, no, ma'am. He says, I'm an outside person. He says, I work for them. He says, but my fee, he says, when I come here is $65. It's a $65 visit. This is not what was explained to me. I said, no. Okay. I was pissed. All right. So he says, well, I says, well, listen. And I stuck to my ground. I said, listen, hook or crook. 2 screws. You're here 3 minutes. Now, whether or not, I said, I don't mind paying $65 if it was explained to me the first time the right way. All they had to do was say the house call, the house visit is $65 fee. It was never said to me that way. This guy on the phone went through a big deal. Oh, well, if it's only a minor thing, no, it's free. But, if it's broken or something where he has to repair the track, then he takes it out, $65. This is what was said. I know I'm repeating that because the more I repeat it, the more aggravated I am over it. How we left this, I says, I am sorry to tell you, this is not my fault. This is their fault. You personally need to speak to them when you go back to them. Okay? I says, I guarantee you, once you leave here, within 5 minutes, I will be on the phone with that company. So don't think they're getting away with this. How we left it, I never paid the $65. I gave the man, personally, I gave him a $20 tip for showing up. He did what he did. The blind is good. I'm happy with it. It's reinforced. First of all, those were plastic screws. I actually have the plastic screw. I actually have that. So the other man who did the job, 2 years ago, put in, he says certain people use certain things. He says, I use the metal screws. He says the screw, it wasn't reaching up enough. He said, that's probably why it came out. Here is the plastic screw. Okay, that's the plastic screw. And it's actually bent. So, it's been up there, though, for 2 years. So I can totally understand. They did all the blinds the same day before we relocated here. It was done, I want to say it was done a week before we relocated here. So, or was it done? I believe maybe it was even done 2 weeks before. But no, I think it was done a week before. It doesn't matter. They're up 2 years. So how we left it was the gentleman left with the $20 tip, no $65. I got on the phone and I called them. Of course, the man that spoke to me that day was not there yesterday. A woman, I had to leave my name and number, brief message saying, that's not going to work. This was not explained to me the right way. Within about an hour later, a woman calls me and explains to me that this is this and this. I says, well, you could say that. I says, but your worker never said that. Now, here's something else I found out. I says, wait a minute. He really didn't say that, I says. That was never even mentioned at all. I said, my husband was here for this conversation. I said, as a matter of fact, my husband had to give me the go-ahead. If the blinds had to be taken out, do I pay the $65? My husband says, yeah. He says, I'll leave the money and, you could give them the $65 if they need repair. That's how we had it. They don't need repair. They just needed a new screw to be reinforced. So the woman now says to me, if the blinds had to be taken out and returned, let's back up. The man comes. It's a $65 house call. That was never said that way. I says, well, you're speaking English because, not that the guy didn't speak English. I said, but he never said it that way. Okay, come in, $65. Now, he takes the blinds out. Okay. The blinds, if they would have to have been repaired, and maybe you guys deal with blinds to go, so you would know this now also because I'm passing on this information to you. This is how it was explained to me. Once the blinds are repaired at the factory, to bring the blinds back to you, not only would you pay $65 to take them out of here, but you need to pay $65 again to have them returned. I says, now that really wasn't fucking explained. Excuse my mouth. That really wasn't explained. That's how mad I got. I lost it. I said, so he really didn't say that one. Okay? Because that would have been a total surprise to me if they had to be taken out. That to be returned is another $65. So I says, here's the thing. Okay. Lifetime guarantee. Where's the lifetime guarantee if I'm paying them to be moved in and out of my house? Wouldn't a lifetime guarantee be that the blinds would be repaired? Maybe a small fee, maybe of $35, maybe $40 to remove them and then bring them back, which would be $80 for the whole thing. That I can understand. Not over $100 and some odd dollars. Because basically, it's not a lifetime guarantee if you're still paying. See, somewhere you're still paying for something. you're still paying for them to be repaired. So it was just that ruined, once they were up and it was fine, that ruined the rest of my day. Just to hear that. And then she had the nerve to even throw gas on the fire. Listen to this, by saying, oh, well, because of the COVID situation. I said, oh, here we go. I'm saying to myself, here we go. Everybody's got the excuse. This is now turning into an excuse. Okay, the COVID excuse. Okay, because of COVID, she says, in the future, she says, our prices may actually go up on that. She said, so just so that you know now. Not to say I would ever, God forbid, nothing ever happens again. I hope not. But I just thought it was a line of crap, really, the whole thing. See, now, if they would have had to actually take him out, my husband would have had a fit to pay another $65 to bring him back. I didn't know that either, see? So it's how, for companies in business, they're really not explaining themselves to the way. All you had to do was say, okay, you need somebody, I'm going to send somebody out, but for the house call, it is a $65 house call. That's all you had to say. He never said it that way. That was when I get stuck on a point, I will prove it until I bury you with it. So the lady says, I'm sorry you had that. Well, I said, well, you know what? Your worker walked out of here with a $20 tip. Never got the $65. So whatever you're telling me now was wrong. All right? So that's your fault. That's your company's fault. All right? I'm not paying for a mistake, and I'm not going to be happy-go-lucky and say, oh, well, okay, well, it's a mistake. Here's $65. I'm not going to do that. I will never do that. And if I get mad enough, my blinds to go store, my store, this store is actually not too far away from me. I can, on a good day, on a nice good day, beautiful spring day, let's say, I could always walk to it. But meanwhile, my husband, it's like a 5-minute drive. I can just drive to it. So, and I will walk in there. If I get really, really heated up, I will actually walk in there and say, listen, I'm the customer, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm here in person telling you, okay? So I just want you to see me and know that I really wasn't happy with that. I just get that way. I am, again, I'm a customer, but I'm a good customer, but not to be, misinterpreted, just speak right, speak direct to the point. Don't give me that runaround. Well, if it's this and if it's this. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. So anyway, they're up. They're good. Hopefully, maybe another 2 years. They'll maybe won't fall again for another 2 years. Whatever the case may be. I'm just doing some things. Have you ever experienced something like that with a company at all? It's just, I just feel that it was just a fast, I just feel that sometimes companies they just make that quick sale and they pull the rug right out from under you. You're not really paying attention. And that's it, it's and they get what they want. They're probably figuring out, the guy, he had to have known. He had to have, maybe he came to work today. Maybe they explained it to him. Listen, you explained it to this customer wrong. And because of that, this guy didn't get paid. So I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know what to tell you on that. I wouldn't do that intentionally. This was not my thing. This was their fault. So, you explain yourself, then that's fine. I would have had no problems. And again, you never let me know about returning if you had to return something that I would have to pay the other $65. So that was on that company's fault because he never mentioned that to me either. Anyway, don't mean to keep repeating myself. So I get on that subject and it's like, whoo. So calm down. Yeah, that's really it though. That was it that happened yesterday. Still doing some straight, when you feel like I'm not even in the zone today. I don't even feel like really doing anything. But I'm going to sit here and I want to go through my drawers. Maybe I just want to sit here, watch a little TV, having a cup of tea. And maybe I will just do one thing at a time. I have another load of washing. So that's washing. That's doing good. So I feel like I'm doing a little bit. Had a good sleep last night. I did. I went to sleep last night. My husband usually on the weekends does not have to get up for work that early as usual. So he does have time to sleep in a little bit, which is good on his part. You know, I mean, he deserves it. He needs it, you know. And that was really it. So thank you so much for all your interactions again on videos. Thank you so much for your comments. Some people, though, when they do comment, they don't realize back, you know, go to my newer videos, because the conversations that you guys were mentioning have already been updated and mentioned in more previous videos, more updated videos, you know, more closer to this date videos. That's what I meant to say. Just watch the new videos. I don't know what to say anymore. And yeah, that's it. That's really it on that one. Just took the day yesterday, not even on social media. Went on social media here, yeah, because I had to post the last video. But I was going to go to the mall today, and then I really just don't feel like doing anything. You just get that way. Just, you know, step back and take a breather, I guess. You know, it works. But again, thank you so much for all your interactions and your thing. But anyway, with this case, with this situation, have you ever had a problem with a business to where you feel like, you know, if you paid, you know, you think back later on and say, hey, wait a minute. I know they're doing a service, but, you know, it depends on what kind of the service. I mean, like I said, guy was here 3 minutes, 2 screws later, you know. So, all right, people. It's a beautiful day out. It's in the 40s here in New York City. Everybody is getting ready for the optional mask mandate. Now all of a sudden turned into optional. You can do it. Well, it's going to be optional to me anyway, because I'm still going to wear my mask regardless. I noticed, I will say this in Florida, DeSantis. I'll just leave that name there. You know, Governor DeSantis in the state of Florida. I have names for him, but I'll just keep them to myself. I'm sure you guys already would know that, depending on if you like him or not. He was doing some kind of a press conference or some kind of a statement the other day. It was actually on my news here in New York. He was talking about his mask mandates down in Florida. And there was a bunch of people, a bunch of students, I think, behind him on the stage, and they were wearing their mask. And literally, he seemed to have gotten annoyed with it. He turns around to the kids. Listen, just take them off. You know, you don't have to wear them, he says. You know, I mean, and then he realized what he says. Well, okay, well, it's up to you, but I just don't, it's just, you don't even have to do that anymore. He says, you don't even have to wear. He was like getting literally pissed off that these, you know, college, I think they were college or something. These students were wearing their mask. I mean, it was out of respect, but he seemed to have gotten very pissed off with it. I thought that was funny. I would, you know, literally, I've said, listen, whoa, hang on. I want to wear it. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just do your little speech there. Because I would probably be the one to say this. And you can tell how much I like Governor DeSantis, but, you know, that's not my state, so I really don't, I'll just keep that there. But I thought that was weird on his video, and they played it on my news. And I looked at my husband looked at me and went, wow. I said, yeah, he has the nerve to get mad because you're wearing your mask. Which that state doesn't even require you to show proof of vaccination. A simple little thing. It's scariness to even know that people around you, you don't know who's wearing, you don't know who's got it and who doesn't. You don't know who's vaccinated and who isn't. Here in New York, I think that is absolutely the wrongest thing that they're going to stop on Monday. They're going to stop requesting vaccination, proof of vaccination in restaurants and in bars. In bars. Okay, the worst place of all, but anyway. in bars and restaurants. Also concert, arenas. Now, if you go to a basketball game or a concert, you don't have to show proof of being vaccinated. Me, I have it on my phone app anyway, here with the New York State. So it's on there. But they're not even requiring you. It just boggles my mind. It really does. I give this, my personal prediction, I give this about a month and a half. And we're going to be going back to masks again. Because, the numbers are okay now. They're not totally relaxed. My mayor, our new mayor, is starting to piss me off because our new mayor says, well, he says, we got to get back to normal. He says, we're getting back to normal. This is, it's going to be okay. No, I don't think it's going to be okay because we've been through this crap before. The numbers went up like that, and then we had to reinstate ourselves. So I don't believe in it. I don't feel comfortable with it, and I'm going to continue doing what I want to do, regardless. Whoo! Okay, people. I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for speaking up, speaking your minds, and thank you so much for checking me out and liking what I'm speaking of and liking what I'm doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And, go on with your Saturday. Have a great weekend. And if you don't feel right, wear your mask anyway. It makes you feel better. That's what you got to do right now. Can't be worried about other people, okay? All right? Because in my state, it doesn't seem like anybody's really worried about anybody anymore, and that's wrong. So, all right. God bless you all. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.